G'day camper. Double swags. Where do you carry it? You put it inside the car, it takes up way too much space. You put it on the roof rack, well, we're about to uncover the true cost of that. Let's go and fuel up. I'm filling up before and after every run so we know within like 100 mil exactly how much fuel it's used for the amount of Ks we do. But before we get the swag on the roof, we have to establish exactly how much fuel we're going to use with nothing on the roof. And I have to go home first because after the fill up, I'm going to have to go home to strap the swag on the roof. That's an extra couple of Ks, and if we want this to be dead accurate, I'm just going to have to go pull in the driveway and then head out for the big drive. So my circuit is from the Ampol in Byford. I then go a couple of Ks up to home to strap on the swag and whatnot, then back to the Southwest Highway. I go south to Fairbridge, I turn around there, come back, I fill up at the Ampol, and that's where we'll find out exactly how many Ks we've driven and how many litres of diesel we've used. Now, I do this once with no swag, I do it once with the swag, and then I'm going to do it a third time with a third variable in there. That's going to be interesting. I'm in for a long day. Going to need some good podcasts. First up, just dropped a brand new episode yesterday, is Swindled, Tales of Corporate Greed. Oh, one more thing, I'm going to be doing the speed limit all the way, so 110 kilometres for most of it, drops back to 80 or 60 in a few places. Okay, what do you reckon? The circuit was 93 kilometres. The car used 8.3 litres of fuel, and that makes it 8.93 litres per 100. Empty roof rack, no swag on it. So let's head back to the house, chuck the swag up there, and do it all again. As I'm strapping the swag on, I want to talk about straps because I'm not a fan of ratchet straps for this application. The ratchet mechanism can be a bit bulky and fiddly. You don't really need that much tension to tie a swag on, so I prefer cam buckle straps. But the problem is, because it loops around, the strap pulls over like that and comes across this pinch point where there's all this friction. But then if you try and pull it, the whole thing just spins. So then you have to hold the cam buckle and try and pull it. So here's what I wanted to show you. They're called roller cam buckle straps. This actually has a brass roller in there. It rolls freely. And they just clamp down so much better. I actually found out about these through a channel called Western Works. So after a quick chat with Western Works, I had a few of these in the mail to try out. And after using them for a while, can guarantee they're bloody good. So I did have the opportunity to set up an affiliate deal. Instead, I opted for a bigger discount for you. So make sure you follow the link and use the coupon code to get your discount. On the open road again, 110 Ks an hour. There's certainly a lot more wind noise from up there, but I can't feel any difference. Actually, what I haven't told you yet is that I actually have a fair idea how much fuel this is going to use. You see, it was 2019. I was driving Perth to Adelaide for the 4-wheel drive and adventure show, and I had a double swag on the roof. The first day was a long day. I'd gone through probably 110 litres of diesel when I filled up, and I was over 15 litres per 100. So that's pretty insane for that vehicle. That was a different car to this. It did already use a bit more fuel, but as soon as I made space in the back seat and got the double swag off the roof and managed to get it along the back seat, the next day my fuel consumption was back down to its usual 12.5 litres per 100. So that's 2.5 litres per 100. And the reason I'm doing this test is because that was across different days, across different temperature, a different vehicle entirely. It wasn't very controlled. I'm 7 Ks into my 94 kilometre circuit. New podcast on is the Think Media podcast. So if you're into YouTubing or you want to get into it, this is my favourite podcast for all sorts of YouTube talk. Same circuit, one swag on the roof. How much do you think we used? 93 kilometres, 10.16 litres of fuel. That's 10.93 litres per 100. So an increase of 2 litres per 100, let's say you're doing a 600 kilometre weekend trip and diesel is $1.80 a litre. That's going to cost you an extra $21.60 for the weekend. A 2,000 kilometre week-long adventure through one of my favourite places, the West Australian Goldfields, that's going to cost me an extra $72. If you did a 3 or 4 week trip with maybe 10,000 kilometres of travel, or you just do a lot of little trips through the year, you're looking at $360 a year just for the privilege of carrying the double swag on your roof, and that's depending on fuel price. You could buy a good quality tent and a nice self-inflating mattress, and that would be paid for in a year on the fuel saving alone. Now this doesn't mean that you're wrong, okay? Everybody's different. This is just an exercise. So what are we doing for the third run? So you've already lost 2 litres per 100 with one swag on the roof. If we throw a second one up there, are we going to lose 4 litres per 100? Or are we at a point of it doesn't really matter, your fuel economy is just up shit creek anyway? I'm on the road again, the final run, and I can't feel a difference in handling, but it is loud. I can hear the wind booming across these two swags. God, not much more to say except no podcast for the third run because I've got actual company.
Hey.
Welcome. That's my brother Jake. We don't get to talk too much these days. Life is very busy. So here we go. We've got an hour. Let's make it work, bro. Nighttime got the better of us. It's got dark. The air's a lot cooler, so it might affect our result a little bit. But hey, we'll see. You ready for this? You're not going to believe this. Okay, so the trip meter seems to be out of whack or something. I did exactly the same run, but it's come back at 90 kilometres when it was 93 the last time. Hold up. It was dark when I did this. It was a long day. I was exhausted. The 3 kilometres missing on the speedo baffled me. After a bit of thinking overnight, I realised what it was. I had actually set the MUX to calculate average speed as well. And then when I had reset that, I didn't realise it would reset my trip meter as well, and that's where the 3 kilometres went missing. And besides, there's literally no way the Ks could have been less when I know I did exactly the same route. So that means this calculation is incorrect. 9.67 litres of diesel, and that's 10.64 litres per 100. The actual calculation is 10.4 litres per 100, which is half a litre less than one double swag on the roof. That baffles me because there's a lot more swag up there. That's an extra 20 kilos and it's double the surface area. But we did run out of daylight, so at sunset the temperature has dropped considerably. What do you think happened here? My best explanation is that it was that cooler evening air. The alternative is that there's no point carrying a single double swag on the roof. You're better off carrying 2. Let us know what you think down in the comments, and you may just be helping a fellow camper in the future.